How about the only licensed midwife to win 16 WWE championships?
John Cena? Wrestler, actor, rapper, prolific wish granter?
I'm also coming out with a line of panini presses. The Sanini.
What the hell is John Cena doing in Springfield?
I'm in town for the launch party of Otto the Bus Driver's line of THC energy drinks.
Hey y'all, it's me, Queen PR. Welcome back to Where WWE Meets Pop Culture. And we are back for all of the fun wrestling and pop culture news for the week. Back to regular scheduled programming. I know we had a special night last week. We're back every Monday. This is where you can find me and all the fun wrestling news right before Raw. Hey, Rakasha. Hey, Matt. Yes, so we will get into Seth Rollins at the Ravens game. We'll get into Drew and Liv Morgan at the Colts game. We'll talk about John Cena on the season premiere of The Simpsons and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm very excited for tonight's show. It is stacked. But first, before we get started, those that are new to the channel, make sure you follow those wrestling girls everywhere and hit that subscribe button and that bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on any of the fun wrestling news. So, what's been inspiring me lately? I'm going to go back to my WNBA soapbox because the growth that we've seen has been phenomenal. Go Liberty! Any New York Liberty fans out there, put an elephant in the comments because we beat the Aces game 1. Liberty came out hard, okay? We smoked the Aces. So it makes me nervous for tomorrow's game, but all in all, it's all about women's sports and the growth of the WNBA. So this is all really, really good, and I cannot wait for it. And if you are a Liberty fan, please, yes, Matt, another Liberty fan. Hey, Dad. I know he is a big Liberty fan as well. He's a big New York sports fan. Let's put it that way. But yes, very, very excited for the Liberty. Bring a championship home to New York, please. All right. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. I'm ready to get into the show. Yes, we did get some trades on the New York Knicks. Brian H. Ward just mentioned. I want to say Carl Anthony Towns has joined the Knicks. They traded my boy. And y'all know I'm new to the sports game. I'm new to the sports thing. And Letty and my dad and Brian H. Ward has been keeping me well informed because I am new to it. But trades happen apparently. Apparently a team you can lose your favorite player from your team and they don't even freaking know about it. I wanted my Villanova boys. I wanted the same team to win the championship because that's who I got to know last season in the playoffs. And I wanted that same group to take home, a chip to New York. And we're not going to get that, but it's okay. Because I still think that we have potential to bring a championship home. First, we're going to have the Liberty do it. Then we're going to have the Yankees do it. And then we're going to have the Knicks do it. Hey, Black Thoughts. Sports Skibble. That was funny. Oh, okay. That is the only thing I knew about that player was that he was Jordan Wood's boyfriend. Literally, that's the only thing I know about him. I never even heard this man speak or play basketball, but I knew that was Jordan Wood's boyfriend. Okay. ESPN. You see, we always here. Me and Black Thoughts is always here. I fuck with that. Yes, go Orioles. Yo, chill. Okay, this is about all of New York, okay? Like, we are rooting for all of New York. We're not talking no shit, okay? Okay. Thank you, Brian H. Ward. I do think I look good in the Orioles jersey. I also look good in the Yankees jersey as well. And you know what? Just buy me all the jerseys. How about that? But yeah, sports is on fire right now. I'm really excited about it. We're going to be covering a lot of sports on the show because WWE has been making their mark on all of these shows, and we have a new segment as well that we'll be doing because we're in the midst of sports season. But let's get into some of the pop culture wrestling news because that's why you're all here, right? Because that's why I'm here. I'm here to serve some top rope tea. So let's play some of the biggest wrestling and pop culture news to hit the webs lately. Oh, I love everything about that ad for so many reasons. First off, I do want to break some news. Hey, Letty, yay! Pete Rose, a baseball player, just died. He was a part of WrestleMania 14. He got tombstone by Kane, the wrestling reference, because I'm sure that's how a lot of people I knew of him, basically. But he passed away. Very controversial figure in the sport and was big in the wrestling scene. And it was a big part of like Kane's character identity at one point, which he jokes about. So our condolences to his family and to the baseball world for losing a legend. We also lost a Hall of Fame basketball player today as well. So Makembe Mutombo, which is a name that is so nostalgic that I just like used to hear so much. But I'm glad that Black Thoughts brought this up. He said, my coworker came and put me on to that Cardi B promo. And that says a lot. And this is exactly what WWE wants. They want people outside of the wrestling bubble, aka not us, to get drawn into the product. So the fact that, Cardi B is such a megastar that people outside of the wrestling bubble are now informing us like, oh shoot, like Cardi B is gonna be a part of SummerSlam, and it was huge news. And the reason why this is huge, one, I like the ad. I thought it was very on brand for both Bianca and Cardi B. Number one. Number two, I love that Cardi was Cardi. You know, like she always got her ears to the streets, and and Bianca like, how you always know to drop before me? And it's like us, us Bronx girls, we always know what's up. Like we always know what's up first. And to learn that SummerSlam is going to be back in New York, New Jersey, whatever you want to call it, MetLife for 2 days, which I'm very intrigued about because it's Mania status at this point. You know what I mean? So it's like, what kind of matches and draws is WWE going to have in store to pack, for SummerSlam? And I'm also just excited because the last time I traveled for SummerSlam, I got stranded. So the fact that it's now back home, I'm all the way here for that. And the 2 day, now we don't know if we are going to get a Cardi B appearance yet. We don't know. I'm guessing if she is involved, she'll most likely host it, hopefully. I don't see her having like matches and shit like that. She might perform maybe. Any songs that she can sing that is family appropriate. But we had Lil Wayne perform a song, so I guess Cardi B isn't too far off. But yeah, huge news. Let me know what you guys think about SummerSlam being 2 nights in MetLife and Cardi B being a part of the announcement with Bianca. Now, Chelsea Green was also very, very excited for Cardi, and she was on was she on the Masked Man podcast? Okay, yeah. So she was on the Masked Man podcast back in July. Great show, by the way. Check out all the Ringer Wrestling shows if you haven't already. And she said at some point the people need to be entertained. When you have Cardi B come to WrestleMania, you need someone to make her look good, and that will be me. Now, I'm sure back in July that felt like, filler from Chelsea Green, but like she's been doing so much great work lately. Like she is firing on all cylinders. She's so funny. She's so entertaining that they sent her down to NXT. They had Julia when she came. Who did she wrestle first? Chelsea Green. That says a lot. That means the company trusted her to make this girl look good. And now I'm kind of thinking that if you want somebody that can keep up with Cardi entertainment wise, I think Chelsea Green right now might be it. And if there's anything else she needs to do to navigate the WWE superstar space, I think Chelsea's the perfect person to do it. And she also said whatever, whatever matches Cardi wants to have, we will fucking have it. And I love that. I love that. And I hope Cardi's excited too, because she's been tangling and dangling around with being involved in WWE because she grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era. She loves Eddie Guerrero. She loves that whole era of things. And I do believe that she watches it from time to time. She don't tweet though, because y'all fans are weird. But hopefully this is the start of her doing a little bit more, and then also having a little bit more of a hip hop presence, which we're already having. Like I can tell that Bad Blood being in Atlanta, the theme song, I know that's one of our stories, but the theme song to Bad Blood is GTA by Metro Boomin and Future. The promo for it was Metro Boomin and Cody Rhodes in a car in Atlanta. Bianca and Jade are the hosts. Like this Bad Blood gonna be blackity black, 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 which I love. And then it goes hand in hand with hip hop because it's gonna be in Atlanta. So I'm all the way here for what they're doing. And where WWE meets pop culture right now is literally everywhere, but they're not neglecting also the culture, which is my culture, which is hip hop and Black culture. And I am all the way here for that. And I would also love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Speaking of our culture, Mercedes Moné and a lot of the AEW stars, we'll get more into that, was on a media tour recently to promote Slam. Mercedes Moné took both of her championships to Power 105.1's Breakfast Club. A very, very insightful interview. If you haven't checked it out, I have linked it in the description so that you can. It's a very good insight. She touches on her time, why she left WWE, how her working relationship with Vince, what's missing out of the industry. It's very, very good. Go check it out. I don't know any Breakfast Club fans out there, but I'm really liking this new girl on it. I liked when they added Jess with the mess, but this new girl, I really hope they find a way to keep her. No shade, Jess, but she's really good. Mercedes Moné also made her way to iHeartMedia. I know she was at the Daily Mail. She did a spot for Hot Ones, Rapid Fire. She is everywhere. And I know I say it all the time, but Mercedes Moné right now is so present in her life. Like she is feeling it. Like her confidence, everything about what she's doing, I'm so here for. Like, yes, would I love if she was doing all of this in WWE? Of course. But also, I love seeing her thrive in the way that she's thriving. And she is a great ambassador for the wrestling business because she loves it, but also because she's the hottest thing. So she's like, yeah, I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to come into my own. And this is what we're going to do. And I'm here for it. And I love it. Next, Swerve Strickland also. So they have two champions go to Power 105, the Breakfast Club, and his interview was also very good. He talks about his time in WWE, learning under Shawn Michaels, what it's like in AEW, what it means for the culture. He also, it's very interesting too, and it happened in the Mercedes interview, and I'm going to get on my soapbox real quick. I hate it when non-wrestling folk interview wrestlers about wrestling. And I'm not saying that every media organization has to have the fanatic like me or, there to do the wrestling interviews. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying at least do a little bit of research so you don't sound like you're mocking it. Like Charlamagne was surprised that there were wrestling schools. Come on. Like every trade has a school. Like you're not going to be surprised that a basketball player went to basketball camp. You know what I mean? It's that like, what do you think? People just wake up and say like, I want to be a wrestler and they just go wrestle? Like, no, you know what I mean? And that's when you start to appreciate Rosenberg at Hot 97, because when he interviews a wrestler, he's not going to ask no dumb shit like that. Like, because he has the basic knowledge and the basic respect, honestly, for the sport. And I'm gonna get off my soapbox because that is what I noticed with these interviews. But I am glad because Swerve and Mercedes have been doing a phenomenal job promoting the shows. And Swerve was everywhere. He was at SneakerCon. He was at the premiere of Black Quarterback on, I want to say, Netflix with Amazon Prime with Michael Vick. What a chocolate man. And he was at that premiere. He was everywhere. He is doing his thing. And I love that for him. I know Willow Nightingale was also doing press. She also dressed up for what is that? The Renaissance Fair. She got dressed up for the Renaissance Fair and looked as adorable as ever. I just love everything about her, everything that she's doing. Then you have Darby Allin, who did a walk around with, I think that's Good Day America. I'm not sure. It's one of the New York shows, but he walked around the city with them. AEW's, they out here. They trying. I feel it. Also, Willow's boots are super cute. She does everything really well. But that was everything that AEW was up to. But MJF, I gotta say, I am so proud of him because he has been trying. Let me tell you something. MJF has been trying to get in his acting bag for a while now. Okay. If you are an avid fan of this show, you know that he had a part in the Iron Claw. He played the fake Von Erich brother that they tried to they were like being really desperate, the Von Erichs, like after all the brothers were like dying and the territory was dying, and the family got really desperate and they introduced this cousin named Lance, and it like went over so terribly with their fan base because they're like, yo, we watched the Von Erich family grow up. Now you're trying to tell us that there's this random cousin. So MJF played the cousin and he filmed a whole bunch of scenes and then found out that his character got cut completely. So his movie debut didn't pan out how he imagined it, but he just got booked. Deadline had an exclusive recently that he was booked in Adam Sandler's movie Happy Gilmore, the sequel to Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix. He has joined the cast. I am not a huge fan of Adam Sandler movies, but I do know that this is one of his more popular ones, and it is a very big deal that MJF is a part of this cast. Other exclusive details from Deadline. They didn't give us any details about the role. But they did say that Julie Bowen, Christopher McDonald has reprised their roles in the movie, and Adam Sandler, obviously. But guess who else was cast in that movie? Bad Bunny, Benito. Oh my God, Benito. He in his acting bag too. He will be making an appearance in the movie. And Travis Kelce is supposed to make a cameo in this film. It will be released on Netflix. So congratulations, MJF. Very excited for you. Let me know in the comments. Do you plan to go see MJF in this movie? Because I'm rooting for him. I love it. I agree. Willow is a baddie. Willow Nightingale is a baddie. Another baddie has a project coming up, and let's take a peek.
Are y'all ready for a dash of Lash? Well, let's get it.
Lash Legends. I teased her cooking channel, but she released that dope promo video to promote it. It's coming October 17th with new episodes every Thursday. And as you can see, she's not going to be chefing it up by herself. She's going to have special guests. I saw Roxanne Perez. I want to say the Rock's daughter. Ava, her beautiful man who refuses to wear a shirt. Did y'all peep? He still was shirtless under the apron. But I mean, you got it, show it. You cooking with your woman, do your thing. Yes, do what Jay Dixon 68 has done. Subscribe to the page, support Lash Legend in what she's doing. And yes, she has the whole roster supporting her. Very, very, very exciting. We will be watching every episode and kikiing about it here on the show because I like watching people cook. My sister's practically a chef, and I love watching her cook. We love watching like cooking competition shows. So I am so here for this. And it just also goes to show you just the difference in like I was talking to the producer before the show, and we were talking about another story that's going to come up, but just the fact that now wrestlers are able to have outside projects outside of the ring, because I don't think this YouTube channel would have been able to thrive in the past, but the fact that now they're able to do this type of stuff is really, really cool. The food looks good. Lash looks like she knows what she's doing. Also, the fun lashes, like she is killing it. I love the rollout. Everything she's doing is so cool. The pink chef's coat, I love everything about it. And Black Thoughts, you better be ready to fight a lot of people, because you're ready to fight Willow Nightingale, man. You want to fight fucking Trick Williams, like you know what I'm saying? Oh, and Rakarsha is also a chef. She graduated from culinary school too. So I want to know what Rakarsha thinks about Lash Legends cooking channel, and if she would, if she says it's kosher. It's kosher. Okay. So let's go into the next story, and you just have to listen to get the whole feel.
Even in the game, and I'ma run the score up. Let's talk about himself ego. He loves himself. Say he killing with a smile. Now he killing with his breath. Talk about.
First of all, who would have knew or thought that Trick Williams would be the one to like out of all of the rappers in wrestling? Like, remember the other what's his name from AEW? He used to rap. Then you got like AJ Francis rapping. Yeah, and I would have never put my money on Trick Williams was the one that was going to be the one to fucking put out these dope diss tracks. First it was Pete Dunne, now it's Ethan Page, and honestly, I think it's pretty good. Like, put these on streaming services, Trick. I think you got something there. And the visuals, Beyonce ain't even released her visuals for her last album, but yeah, we getting visuals with fucking Trick Williams diss tracks. I'm here for it. Here for it. So I want to stick with NXT because they have been booked and busy. Honestly, on the same ways a little bit as the main roster people. Like Kalani, who's the North American champion, has been out here in these streets too. Like it's not just for the world champions on the main roster. Like she was out here. I talked last week how her and a couple of the other NXT girlies was on that women's empowerment panel. But that's not all she was up to this month. Let's go back. She was also at this Sports Illustrated swimsuit Tarte Cosmetics activation, getting her makeup done. That's her at the women's empowerment panel looking gorgeous. Then we have her what college is that? Because she also was at that game in Colorado Deion Sanders. Oh, that's all I know about the team. But she took a picture with the legacy belt. She was at that event. Then she was at this other All-Star homecoming event with Natalia, the Ultimate Ambassador, and some other girlies. Like, she is out here, and I am so here for it. I'm so proud of her. And I think she's one of those people where, you know, I wasn't at first thinking, like, I didn't want her to, how do I say this? She wasn't my first choice for it to be the inaugural champion. But now it's one of those things where you just got to see the potential. And ever since she's held it and she's been out here, I am all the way here for it. So congratulations, Kalani, and keep it up. Keep making moves. So, as you know, we are in the midst of basketball season, baseball season, football season, college football season, and WWE is in the midst of all of that. So I figure I will put all of my sports wrestling news in one segment, and we are going to call that. Oh, wait, it was supposed to. There you go. The sports section. We got the fashion corner and we have the sports section. And we're going to have more sections because the top rope tea is getting hotter and hotter every single week. So we're going to have to divide it up so that you guys are going to be able to sip on that tea, make it digestible for everybody. So, speaking of Kalani Jordan, she was recently at the hold on, because I'm not a NASCAR person, but she was recently at the NASCAR Xfinity playoffs. And NXT on the CW had a branded car, which I think is super, super cool, and also a really big deal. Ethan Page's face was on it, Kalani, a few other NXT stars was on it, and the driver was Cole Custer. You can see he even had the NXT on CW jacket on. Really, really dope stuff, because we saw NXT leave USA Network recently, gained SmackDown, but now the NXT is on the CW. So this is huge branding opportunity for the CW, for NXT, and it's also really fun and different. Ethan Page and Kalani Jordan went to the event and brought their championship belts. And did Cole Custer win? That is the question. So I will tell you, he was second place, but like it was close. It was like less than a second. Like it was so close. So you know what? For on this show, Cole Custer won. He won. And wrestling is number one in another sport. And we're just gonna leave it at that. But congratulations to Cole Custer and to the NXT stars, because this is just a big deal, and I'm so happy to see that. And I will be paying more attention to NASCAR because there's a lot of branding opportunities there. So good job. I love this. I love this. So Trish Stratus, my goat. Make sure you Justin. Hi, Justin. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the record books, he will be, Cole is number 2, but that's okay. And yes, Kalani is out here looking like a store. But let's talk about another store, and that is Trish Stratus and Vince Carter, who's another athlete's name that is so nostalgic to me. Like, it just reminds me of high school. Toronto Raptors retired his jersey, number 15. He was very emotional at the press conference. But Trish Stratus posted a little video in her Vince Carter jersey. I don't know if we have the video, but she posted a cute little video. Let's run that.
You will always be a Toronto Raptor.
And of course, she had to put her spin on it. I gotta tell y'all something about Trish Stratus. That is a businesswoman right there. If there's anyone in the wrestling game, everyone refers to John Cena and The Rock, but like, y'all should really be looking at Trish Stratus, because she was branding herself outside of the ring since like 2006. Like, she wasn't playing no games. Like, she left wrestling and built a complete career for herself in Canada. And you don't even have to know that she was a wrestler. And if you go to Canada, she is a media personality. She's a yoga instructor. She does brand partnerships. And that's not even touching the wrestling stuff. And I gotta say, she's up there, and she knows when. And the reason why I bring that up is because she knows when it's time to put herself online. She's like, oh, I have a Vince Carter jersey. Let me create some content with that. Also, she's probably sad too because, you know, he played for the Raptors. Question: that's not the Toronto Raptors still play in Canada? Okay, because they do. Okay, because I've learned like teams. Okay, guys, please forgive me because I'm a new sports girly, but because sports like can leave a city, like a team can leave a city and go to like another city. Like, how crazy is that? I mean, my teams would never do that because we're New York. But like other cities have to like lose their teams. It's like so unfortunate. The Oakland Athletics, what the hell is that? Oh, damn. Okay. So is that a WNBA team? Oh, baseball. Okay, okay. So yeah, my producer is keeping me in the loop of all of the sports talk. And he is the greatest Raptor. They won the title in 2019. Okay, 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 got you. But I'm sure their colors are different because I feel like they're like white and black now or something. Oh, okay, okay. Unfortunately, I know about it because of like Drake. Am I allowed to say that? Okay, it don't matter how I got into sports, y'all. It's just the fact that I'm here. I am here. Ooh. That was when I learned about the Cleveland's Brown situation, and then I found out that my boyfriend was walking around with a Ravens jersey on in that stadium. And I mean, we took the heat. We took the heat. I love heat. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. We took it, we took it, we took it. But then I was like, oh my God, it was like more serious than I thought. Like, oh my goodness. That's something. That's something. But I love that Trish had the OG jersey on though. That's good to know. She had the OG jersey. Yes, you walked out alive, but then I ended up stranded in Cleveland. So but that's a whole that's a whole nother story. So what is next in the sports section? Let's run the video because you might recognize some voices.
With the third pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Joel Embiid from Yaoundé, Cameroon.
10 years ago, a kid from Cameroon showed up in Philadelphia.
There's a perfect example of Embiid nodding his head down the other end.
And if we're being honest, nobody really knew what was going to happen.
Rising up and blocked by Embiid. What a block, he slipped it.
Joel Embiid had no idea what to expect from Philly, and Philly definitely had no idea what to expect from him.
Embiid doing work, counted and a foul, 41 for Embiid.
Turns out Philly.
So did you guys recognize that voiceover? Because that voiceover was none other than Triple H, and he was used in a promotional video for that player Embiid, Joel Embiid, which I just thought was so dope. And everybody knows, like everybody knew like that this was a big deal, like to have Triple H involved in this. And that's what I appreciated. I also found this new sports and pop culture newsletter recently called Off Ball. And that is where I first saw that Triple H was involved in this video, because it's a sports and pop culture newsletter where it basically pulls all of the dopest stories that exist in the intersection of sports and pop culture. Excuse me. Obviously, I was very excited to discover that. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so dope. I'll put the description to that as well, so that you guys can sign up for it. But it's a really cool spot to just learn like random, like where sports and wrestling meets pop culture. Really, really cool stuff. But they honored him, and Triple H did the voiceover. And all I'm saying is, Triple H, do the voiceover for my life because I need it, and I love you. Next, we have Seth Rollins, who is usually at home tweeting how much he hates football. But the past 2 weeks, he was like at games. Let's play some videos of the Messiah at the game.
Oh man, the man himself, Rodney Harrison.
He looked like he could play linebacker.
Oh man,
like
put on a little more size.
How much you weigh?
220.
I'm about 218.
There we go. See, we make a tandem in that.
Right, brother.
I'd like to see these two go head to head.
No, I don't want none of him.
Rodney freaking Harrison or Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh,
you guys
man.
I beg, don't flip me.
Oh, come on now, come on. This man in his prime used to take everybody out. I'm scared of him now.
Yeah, the difference is I'm 51 now.
Right, you don't look it. Not for a second, my man.
Hey man, nice to meet you. All the best to you, brother.
Thank you. Come on, Ravens! Let's go! Yes, sir. That's right. We are here at M&T Bank Stadium, Ravens-Bills football night in America. Gonna be a hell of a game. Don't forget to watch SmackDown Fridays on USA, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and October 5th, only on Peacock. WWE brings to you Bad Blood. You're not gonna want to miss it.
Oh my god, yay! I didn't realize how much I needed to hear Seth Rollins laugh until I heard it, and I was like, oh my god, today sucked, but life is good now. So Seth Rollins was at the Ravens and Bills game, I want to say, and of course dressed 10 out of 10. I saw people like, okay, so another fun thing that we'll definitely explore on this show is how non-wrestling fans react to wrestlers that they don't know, like in the space. So like a lot of people were commenting on this thing because you'll see Angel Reese is in the back of that, and she's from Baltimore. So she was at the Ravens game. It also looked like, on a side note, that she's eyeing a football player, because the whole video she's like looking at somebody on a field. I'm like, girl, I understand. Look at the options, look at the merchandise. Anyway, but a lot of people were commenting under like, who's that guy in this? I don't know who that man is yelling at the game, but that suit, like I need that suit. And it's so I would bet money that his stylist did his thing on that, King Troy. Okay, we're gonna touch on that tea in a little bit, Justin. But I love how they were like, yo, who is that man in that suit? He looked good. And I'm like, he does look good in that suit, and he's very well dressed. And being able to like be on the field at an NFL game to promote your show, like I can't think of a cooler job. Like that shit is amazing. And Seth being able to mix it up with the other football players and commentary, and then also be on the field and also hype up the crowd. I don't know about y'all, but I got goosebumps hearing football fans do Seth Rollins music. Like, oh my God, like that is mind blowing. Like I just love that so much. And I hope that Seth Rollins just makes appearances at random games this season. I know there's a part of him that would rather just be at home with his wife and cute baby and tweeting about how much he hates football. But at the same time, I want to see more Seth at football games outfits. Last week, he got thrown over the barricade into the field. This week, he's in a suit. You know, what's gonna happen next week? What city will he end up in? I would like to know. Next, we are in Indianapolis for the Colts, and Drew McIntyre and Liv Morgan made an appearance with the legacy title in tow. And I appreciated this because, first of all, Drew McIntyre is one of the funniest people ever. The black and white 12s, I got those. Shout out to you. Liv Morgan just looks cute in any sort of merch. I love that for us. Do we have any video of Liv and Drew McIntyre at the Colts game yesterday? Can we run that clip? I love them. Look at that. First of all, what a beautiful photo with the cheerleaders. Okay, champion. All right, let's hit it. I love bringing WWE energy to other live events. It is the coolest thing ever. Also, Pat McAfee used to play for the Colts. I always knew that, of course, sports girly, duh. But if y'all didn't know that, he was the punter for that team. So it was cool that he was there. I love the Colts colors too. Wow, beautiful photo. Where do y'all think these WWE superstars are going to end up next Sunday? Like, this is now going to be like a every week I think we're going to see a little bit more from the stars at these games. So wait, Brian H. Rogers, are you saying the Colts originated in Baltimore? Okay. Oh, chill. That deep purple. The Ravens colors are fucking beautiful. So, Baltimore Colts. Ew, that don't even sound right. The Baltimore Colts. No. Let's just hope Matt says Drew's about to punt a dog. Let's just hope. Let's just hope it's not CM Punk's dog. Okay. I wanna hit what Justice said because this is some tea right here. So Angel Reese, I made a joke that she was eyeing the feel for a football player. I like the build of football players more. They're like thick and shit. And like basketball players are like tall and lanky, but Angel Reese is tall and lanky. So I mean, if she prefers an NBA dude, do you boo? I mean, millionaires are millionaires. I see you. But I want to appreciate, before we get into the rest of the show, I want to just say thank you all for tuning back in with me for Where WWE Meets Pop Culture. It is very special to me to bring you all of the top rope tea, all of the fun wrestling and pop culture news. For those that are new to the page and to the show, I am here every Monday night as a pre-show to Raw to give you all of the tidbits about what your favorite wrestlers are doing outside of the ring. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube and hit that bell for notifications so that you don't miss out. Okay, Justin, I love that you always have the receipts. She did a podcast with Lotto and someone else. They asked Angel's type. She said she wants an NBA dude 6'7" or tall. I get it. You're tall. I totally get that. Let's go on to the next story, which is a video that I'm going to let it play, and you guys are going to see why I wanted to feature it on the show and why it just means so much to me. So let's rock.
Asked me if I want to do a tryout for the WWE. And I was like, what? I could I know what the WWE is. Right. And at that time, who I knew from that at the moment in the present day was Sasha Banks. Yep. Straight up. Mm-hmm. She was a person that I saw and I was like, damn, that's a bad bitch. Mm-hmm. And she's doing this.
Right.
I could do this. 100. So she was somebody I looked at and I was like, I see myself in that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Total Divas was a big thing, too. Yes, my sister and I used to watch. It was good. Yeah. And you didn't know that was part of it.
Right. You didn't realize, the full... Yeah, got you.
Reality TV was like a thing then.
For sure.
But, so Total Divas, loved that. Naomi, those girls, Natalia.
Yes.
The fact that I work with Natalia.
Amazing. Right. A legend. What? The boat.
Right. So... literally.
So there are so many reasons why I wanted to feature this clip in the show. So just some background. The Lion's Den is Nikita Lyons' podcast, another project that they're able to do outside of the ring. The producer laughed because I think he thought I was going to say another podcast, because I do feel that way. But I like the Lion's Den because it also helps me get to know Nikita Lyons. Like, she is a sweetheart. She's really smart. It's a really good show. And you can tell that she's genuine friends with a lot of the NXT crew. So she had Jakara Jackson on, who is an NXT superstar. I feel like she's still figuring out, what she's going to end up doing in the business. But she is a Black woman, a fierce Black woman who is in the company trying to thrive. And the reason why I wanted to put this on there is because, one, she talks about how important representation is. She saw herself in Sasha Banks, and that is why she felt like she can wrestle. And that is why representation is important, because if there is no Sasha Banks to inspire her, then Jakara Jackson doesn't get into wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, it's that important for us to see ourselves. And she saw herself in Mercedes, and you can see she has a very similar build. You know what I mean? Like, she literally saw herself in Mercedes, which I love. The other thing was Total Divas. Okay, I am a Total Divas advocate. It was a very entertaining reality show, whether or not you're a wrestling fan, and it brought tons of women into the product, whether it was to become a wrestler or not. It was a fun show that these girls grew up watching and loved it and had an affinity to the wrestling world because of that show. And also, they appreciate Natalia Neihart. They understand the significance of being able to work with the boat, okay? That is important. And that's why I wanted to play that clip. And it just made me love Jakara Jackson even more, because I got to know her a little bit better. And I am so rooting for her. And Nikita, I think she was at a house show, so I think she should be coming back from her injury soon. But all in all, I just love everything about that clip. And I'm rooting for both of you ladies. And I'm going to put the link to this interview in the description so that you can subscribe to Nikita Lyons' channel and just support what these girls are doing outside of the ring. And I love it. I love it. I touched on this earlier, but Triple H announced that the official theme song for Bad Blood that happens this weekend in Atlanta, and I'm so sad I didn't fucking figure out how to go, is GTA by Future and Metro Boomin. Make sure you check that song out and let me know how you feel about it being the theme song. And if you agree with me that they trying to make Bad Blood blackity black, black, black. Come on, they got Cody Rhodes. Fucking announced it in the car with Metro Boomin. I mean, come on. I mean, it's for the culture, guys. Come on, like let's get it together. So speaking of the culture, let's go to the Shade Room. And I never thought that I would say that, but I am not the biggest fan of the Shade Room. However, I do go to it immediately if I need to find out if some news is true. They vet their stories. What can I say? They vet their stories, and they're for the culture. Good or bad, however you guys feel, then is how you feel about it. But it is a big deal when WWE superstars are mentioned in the Shade Room, because it says that it's resonating in the bigger picture in the culture. So they recently did hashtag TSR what ifs, and if these celebs were WWE wrestlers. So they had like Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion's face Photoshop onto Bianca and Jade Cargill, Flo Milli as Naomi, Little Baby and Jacquees as the New Day and the Ninja Turtle cosplay. Super funny. There were more, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm old and I didn't really know a lot of the celebs that they put on some of the wrestlers. Like a lot of those rappers, I'm like, I don't know who that is. So I picked out the ones of the people that I kind of knew who they were. Big Glorilla fan, love Meg, love Flo Milli, Lil Baby Jacquees, I knew who they were. But check it out. I linked the Instagram post in the description as well. Let me know how well they did, and if you think it was funny, or if there's other people that you think that they could have used, because I think this is pretty cool. I also thought this was cool. Mick Foley posted this girl's Rock and Sock Connection manicure. So if you see on her nails, the theme is the Rock and Sock Connection. You can see the Rock, the Mankind Mask, Have a Nice Day, Mr. Socko. Really cool. You can't even see all the fingers, so I'm sure that there's more, and it's like really dope. Foley posted this, and I'm just gonna read the caption very quickly, because I like that he likes that people are appreciating this. So he said, "Rock and Sock nails. It's one thing to claim you are a huge Rock and Sock fan." A huge fan of Rock and Sock, but it's another to show it. Thank you very much to this young lady for wearing her heart on her nails and for helping out my good friend Dwayne Johnson, a reclusive artist known to some as The Rock, who we haven't heard much about these last few years. Have a nice day. So cool. Love the manicure. If you're watching this and these are your nails, please let me know. I would love to talk to you about them because they are actually like really, really good and really a really cool theme. Shout out to the Rock and Sock Connection. Put a sock in the comments if you remember the Rock and Sock Connection from back in the day.
How about the only licensed midwife to win 16 WWE championships?
John Cena? Wrestler, actor, rapper, prolific wish granter?
I'm also coming out with a line of panini presses, the Sanini.
What the hell is John Cena doing in Springfield?
I'm in town for the launch party of Otto the Bus Driver's line of THC energy drinks.
John Cena, I mentioned earlier, was on the season 36 premiere of The Simpsons. Now, I don't watch The Simpsons, never have, but I do appreciate pop culture, and I know what The Simpsons has done for pop culture, and the fact that it's on the 36th season is insane. But it was a big season premiere, and they had John Cena a part of it, and he played a OBGYN who delivers this baby, and Bart is super confused. They play on this episode that this is the series finale, and they're mocking the fact that people are kind of like, why hasn't The Simpsons ended? I can't believe it's still on. So they kind of played with that, and this episode was the series finale. So John Cena was in the series finale of The Simpsons, and I think it was really cool. And I also just love hearing John Cena's voice. Am I the only one that feels like John Cena's voice is super comforting? Like, it just makes, maybe because like we've heard it for so long, and he's been the voice of like, never give up and, you know, work hard and be a good person and all that shit. Like, so when I hear his voice, I'm like, oh, like all is right in the world. I'm just going to try to do better, John Cena. I'm just going to try to be better. And I love that. And he also even did the "You Can't See Me" like in the episode, you know what I mean? Like, it's so cool. So we have one more story before I let you guys go and watch Raw, but I want to give a huge congratulations to Nick Nemeth and his brother. I talked about it on the show. They released a short horror film called Wanted Man, and it released, and it now has 3 million views. Their short film Wanted Man has 3 million views. Congratulations. I'm so excited for that. I'm going to link that short film in the description as well so that you can go check it out, especially just in time for spooky season. Ooh. So make sure you check that out. Huge congratulations to them. I'm gonna let you guys go and watch Raw, but I want to just thank you all again for joining me tonight for Where WWE Meets Pop Culture, a weekly show covering all wrestling and pop culture news, all of the hottest top rope tea. I will be serving it right here every Monday night before Raw on Those Wrestling Girls YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me at Queen3_PR. Yeah, it's right there in that corner. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Twitter. But make sure you also follow Those Wrestling Girls on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and say hi to Krista B too. And I will see you here next Monday nights for all the top rope tea. And if one of your friends missed it and you know that they would love the show, send them the link. They can watch the replay on YouTube. Love it. All past episodes of Pop Culture is on our YouTube channel in the playlist linked in the description. And I will see you all next week.